number 352. Find this hut. Welcome everyone on this chilly morning. Please be seated. Good morning. Good morning. Well, you'll notice I'm not wearing the Franciscan habit today. I'm wearing my Buddhist habit shirt. And, or maybe I'll do the t-shirt. Are you familiar with Thich Nhat Hanh's calligraphy? Yeah. Peace is the way. What a beloved community, which is the meaning of Sangha. So welcome to our Sangha this morning. I hope we'll return to the ground beneath our feet today and feel that. To the breath that sustains us and, dare I say, to the still point that is compassion. Inside, that still point, breathing out and breathing in. That still point where compassion is born. And in Buddhist tradition, compassion is not a mere feeling. It's a deep responsiveness to suffering. I practice in the Zen tradition, and you'll find that as part of today's service. Compassion is the fruit of awakening. It's not an escape from the world, it's an arrival into it. In and through the sorrow, we have compassion, and dare I say, sometimes we can even find joy. Being fully present, fully engaged. So breathing out and breathing in, how are our hearts this morning? Do they feel clear? Do you feel ready to be your true selves and embody compassion in the world? I hope this space today will be one of spaciousness, through silence, sacred listening, and holy remembering. A remembering of the peace that's always within us and among us. Because peace is the way. So breathing out and breathing in, may our bodies soften our hearts open, and if there's any haste remaining inside us, invite stillness. If there's any confusion within us, invite spaciousness. And if there's any struggle within us, may there be compassion. Breathing out and breathing in, and that is our opening chant.
Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am blooming as a flower. I am fresh as the dew.
that's one of the Plum Village chants. We'll be doing another one at the end. I've arrived at home. Thich Nhat Hanh's order of interbeing is called the Plum Village tradition after the monastery in France. Do you feel free this morning? Do you feel solid as a mountain? Fresh as the dew? I hope at the minimum there's a space deep inside of you where you feel true and free. Let's share some wisdom about all of this. These are bits of wisdom from the Buddhist tradition, from mystics and scientists. Our teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh, who would like to read the first one. Please.
Compassion is a verb. It's not enough to feel. One must act. And one acts not out of guilt, duty, but from the clarity of seeing things as they are.
I hope we feel clear this morning. And Roshi Joan Halifax, who is not only a Zen priest, but also a medical anthropologist. I saw somebody stand over there. Would you like to read? Please.
Compassion is comprised of that capacity to see clearly into the nature of suffering. But that is not enough. We must also be willing to move toward that suffering and help to transform it.
And Dr. Tenzin Prayardowski, she's a Buddhist monk and director of the Dalai Lama Center for Ethics. Who would like to read our final bit of wisdom, please?
Contemplative traditions remind us that wisdom and compassion are not separate from intelligence. They complete it. Without them, knowledge can cause harm rather than healing.
We continue our intentions this morning. Let us gather this morning with the breath, the body, and the ground beneath us. Let us breathe in stillness. Let us breathe out peace.
Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment.
Let us now remember the wisdom of Zen masters and modern Buddhist voices, who remind us that compassion is not just a feeling, it's a response. Thai, Vietnamese for teacher, has taught us that compassion is a verb. It's not enough to feel. One must act, not out of guilt or duty, but from the clarity of seeing things as they are.
May we be still enough to see clearly and courageous enough to act with love.
Roshi Joan Halifax reminds us that compassion is comprised of that capacity to see clearly into the nature of suffering. Still, that's not enough. We must also be willing to move toward that suffering and help transform it.
May we enter into the world's pain with steady hearts and hands that heal.
Dr. Tenzin teaches. Contemplative traditions remind us that wisdom and compassion are not separate from intelligence. They complete it. Without them, knowledge can cause harm rather than healing.
May our insight be grounded in kindness, and our knowledge serve the flourishing of all beings.
Breathing out and breathing in stillness, let us touch the ground of being. In awareness, let us see the world as it truly is. In compassion, let us walk forward, mindful, free, and full of love.
As we dwell in this moment, may our hearts be open, our minds be clear, our actions be compassionate.
Let us now, if we're willing, take 3 breaths together. One for ourselves, one for the suffering of the world, and one for the path ahead. us together continue with a focus on our breath. You can place your bulletins down if you wish. Find a comfortable way to sit. If you're comfortable with this, your feet flat on the ground is recommended. Soften your eyes, or perhaps even completely close them. Hands at your side or your lap. Breathing out and breathing in. Letting go when breathing out. And letting in when breathing in. May each breath in connect you and root you to the earth. And may each breath out, each exhale be a prayer of peace sent into the world. Can we all breathe out peace? We are part of the earth and touching the earth. Let's connect with ancestors and descendants of both our spiritual and blood families. And breathing out and breathing in, gently ask ourselves, who are our ancestors, both spiritual and blood? Breathing out and breathing in, we continue to touch the earth. We are part of the earth. And let us remember to connect with all people and all species at this moment in the world with us. How do you see them all in you? And how do you see yourself in all of them? Breathing out and breathing in. And touching the earth, for we are part of the earth. Breathing out and breathing in. Let us let go of this idea that I am this body and my lifespan is limited. In what ways can you go beyond the idea that you are a body that is separated in space and time from all other forms of life and being and becoming? Breathing out and breathing in. Breathing out, may we smile. Breathing in, may we calm our body. Dwelling in the present moment, may we know that this is a wonderful moment, for it is all we have. continue with our intentions and prayers, would someone pray for us the Zen Buddhist prayer?
Breathing in, I return to this moment. Breathing out, I release what no longer serves. May I walk gently upon this earth and meet each being with the eyes of compassion. Let my clarity be deep and my love be wide.
As we look around the room today, do we see eyes of compassion? Will someone pray our Christian-inspired prayer on this theme? Please.
Holy One of Peace, you bless the poor, the peacemakers, the pure in heart. Help us not to look away from suffering, but to draw near with humble courage. Let our hands be extensions of your mercy. Let our silence be filled with your spirit.
As we look around the room, do we see eyes of mercy? Will someone lead us in the Sufi prayer on this theme? Please.
Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, O most merciful, most compassionate, make my heart soft enough to feel another's sorrow and strong enough to act on their behalf. Let remembrance of you awaken the love that never ends. Make me an instrument of peace.
If you're willing, can you look around the room today and can you see eyes of peace? Our Jewish prayer. Please.
Rabbonu Shel Olam, Master of the Universe, grant us a listening heart, one that hears the cry of our neighbor and the still voice within. May our prayers rise like incense, and our deeds be rooted in justice and chesed, loving kindness.
Once again, let's look around the room and do we see eyes of Hesed, loving kindness? Our Hindu prayer on the theme, please.
O divine presence, who dwells in all things, help us act without attachment, serve without seeking reward, love without condition. May we see the one in all and live from that sacred moment.
Looking around the room once again, do we see eyes of sacred knowing? Our Lakota prayer, our Indigenous American prayer. Okay.
O Great Spirit, teach me to walk in balance with the wind, the stone, the water, the tree. Let me carry peace in my step and honor each life as sacred. For From the quiet of the earth may compassion rise like smoke to the heavens.
And looking around our room, do we see eyes of balance? Metza, metza, right? And our universal prayer, please.
O breath of the world, in every tradition you speak through stillness, in every path you shine through kindness. As we gather today, may we listen with full hearts, respond with open hands, and walk this world with a love that does not waver.
Well, I believe if we look around the room, we'll see eyes of laughter, which is really lovely.
Which is sacred and inside.
Right? It is sacred, right? It shows a humility, right? Being of the earth, being right size. It's like the three bears. Not too much, not too little, but just right. So look around the room, and do you see some eyes that are just right? Well, full of laughter, I also still get a sense of quiet and stillness today, and that's at the heart of our Buddhist stillness and the signs that awakens compassion. In the spirit of Zen and Buddhist mysticism today, we're reflecting on stillness again, not as an escape, rather as the ground of peace, a sense of presence in the ultimate dimension. For much of Buddhism doesn't talk about the mystery of God or the divine, but we do speak of the ultimate dimension, which intersects with the historical one. They both exist. And how do we see? And how do we feel? And how do we experience reality? And it's the ultimate dimension that allows compassion to take root and rise. For in Buddhism, as we've said, compassion isn't a warm, fuzzy feeling. Thich Nhat Hanh says it's a verb. It's interbeing, where we are part of each other, and we're always becoming more whole as beloved community. It's mindfulness, being mindful of the present moment with a sense of awakened presence, meeting the suffering of the world with clarity and care. And its movement through the world is not frantic. It's action, not reaction. For myself, I've found that my practice of Zen, in particular Zen meditation, isn't about doctrine. It is an exercise, a spiritual practice. The exercise is to sit still and breathe. However, it's not about doing nothing. It's about becoming more deeply present and aware, and allowing the thoughts and feelings that rise up to happen, but not to attach to them in any way that drags us off the path of compassion. It is an action of breathing, not a reaction. As the Zen saying goes, don't just do something, sit there. And it's not about withdrawing from suffering. We feel the suffering, yet we touch it with tenderness. And if we've been quiet long enough to hear our own heart, we can hear each other cry, including our own, with compassion. Let me share a story. When I started as a beginner on retreat in the Plum Village tradition, I sat in a forest zendo. I was hoping for insight. Yet what I experienced was restlessness. Have you been there, right? Monkey mind, right? Tension in the body, some back pain, a loud inner critic. And on the third day I whispered, I give up. And then at last something shifted. My body softened, my mind quieted, and I authentically heard the wind. And the wind wasn't just background. I understood the wind as my kin. The trees weren't scenery. They were part of me and I were part of them. And it wasn't a dramatic moment. It was real, though. A realer reality behind the apparent one. Stillness didn't fix my world. Instead, it opened my world to me. And I believe this is where science meets spirit. Contemporary Buddhist scientists, Dr. Richie Davidson, they've observed that meditation reshapes the brain. Literally. Compassion isn't just an ideal, it's a trainable skill. With practice, the regions of the brain connected with empathy and peace grow stronger, and stillness rewires us toward care. As Dr. Ricard, a Buddhist scientist, has said, inner peace. It is cultivating a quality of presence that becomes a gift to others. Have you ever thought about when you walk on the earth, what you imprint on the planet? What are you carrying when you walk upon the earth? My teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh, says, allow your feet to kiss the earth. So I hope later on when we pass the peace and walk back to whatever session we're going to, we think about that and invite our feet to kiss the earth. This island deserves that. This world deserves that. For everything is part of everything else. So to sit in stillness like this is not selfish. It's to remember that my peace is your peace. We are to walk on the earth implanting peace, not chaos, not conflict. And with sacred remembrance, compassion can arise, grounded, awake, ready. So I invite us here, as we have been all week, to practice together. Allow silence to teach us. Let our breath lead us. Let our compassion arise. This isn't from guilt. And although it may feel urgent, let's not do it from urgency. Let's not let that habit energy of trying to impose something on the world get in the way of authentic love. This is the quiet truth of interbeing, that we are kin and connected to everything there is and entangled in ways that can promote peace. And I believe this is what the world needs now more than noise. It needs quiet. It needs the quiet strength of our intentions here to be present and kind and awake. So may our breath be our prayer, our stillness our offering, our shared compassion and intention we carry for not only ourselves, we do it for all beings. And may it ripple outward with every step we take today and every day going forward. Gently, clearly, and with the love love I see in your eyes right now. Amen.
Amen.
Let's sit in quiet for a moment. I was tempted to allow us to sit here for 20 minutes in quiet. Maybe that could be our intention for the day.
Could I make an announcement?
Yes.
We have an opportunity today to touch and connect with the world of peace. At 5 o'clock today, there's a worldwide minute of silence for peace. So we will interrupt our proceedings and join the rest of the day.
Or perhaps we can ask our friends here to ring a bell just before. Are there any other announcements for the good of the community? Please.
We will have an old-fashioned hymn sing at the close of the chapel tomorrow.
Where? Here?
Thanks to Frank who put together a lyric sheet for it.
Oh, right.
This is what
It's
we
in
used
the-
to
it's
call
the
the
evening.
gospel sing.
Right.
For those of
The
you
old
who-
time tunes?
Yeah.
Ah,
A real favorite.
I guess we'll have some holy rollers here, huh?
Reverting to our
Speaking in
past.
tongues, please.
If you'd like to do an interview, please find me today. I will be either in the room with you guys or I will be down in Sandpiper, but please feel free to find me. I'd love to interview you guys.
Marlena.
And I invite you to come back and sing tonight with us at chapel. Steve and I will be singing some songs, and we need all of your voices because they are so beautiful when they're joined together. So join us tonight at chapel.
At what time is that?
I think it's 8:45.
So those of you who are looking forward to David Orm Johnson's presentation at 1:30, that has been canceled due to other obligations incurred by David Orm Johnson. So we have been invited to do an alternate introduction to religious naturalist orientation, and I hope some of you will be able to come.
And where will that be held?
In Ellie, it's just a substitution.
Anyone else? Well, then perhaps it's time to close this ceremony, and as is our custom, which is not in the printed bulletin, we will actually start with the blessing, go into our closing song, which is a chant, I have arrived, I am home. I was wearing that t-shirt yesterday. I don't know if anyone noticed. I have arrived, I am home. Isn't that beautiful? Do you feel home? And then we'll pass the peace. Frank? So, dear ones, from stillness, may we rise with courage. With open hearts, let us meet the world. And when the world overwhelms, let us return to our breath. When suffering calls to us, may we act with steady compassion. Sometimes we're confused and afraid. May stillness make us brave. And when we forget or lose the path, may the ultimate dimension be our guide. For every life and every bit of matter, seen and unseen, for all being and becoming. May our practice of love be engaged and embodied, and may the invisible be made visible. Let us rise and pass the peace. May we see each other with compassion and meet in this moment in peace. Peace in every breath.
Were you? I just felt like it was all of you. Where did you see that? Yes,
sure.
Thank you so much.
Do you have a stole maker?
We do, and I think it'd be perfect.
Great.
Well, stay is what you can do.
Yeah, it is. It's gorgeous.
Great.
Thank you.
If it rains on Saturday,
Uh-huh.
sometimes we do the chapel in Elliott,
Okay.
and it might be, I mean, that would be your call perhaps, but for people to come up, if it's raining. But
Right, so we'll have to make it like an announcement for that, I guess.
Yes, okay. It'll be,
Well, I mean, we won't know until we wake up, right?
especially out of the
Whatever works best for you.
we have one on Friday for Saturday. We were doing, song one day.
Oh, it's a beautiful song. You would sound great on it.
I know someday I can do a couple of music. Jessica sang one verse. Now, have you met Emily Bruce? This would be Emily's first time doing a solo ever. But I was practicing it and she came and started singing with me. I said, "I've never seen taking a solo," and I've known her since she was a child. And her father has never set foot in the chapel. He's the Darwinian. They did the memorial service for him. And it'd be sort of interesting, especially because they just did the memorial on yesterday. We'll give you a copy of the music. And between you, Jessica, and Emily, you could choose a verse. I could send you an MP3. This is for Saturday. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say. So Emily probably should take the first verse. And then the second verse, maybe. Actually, if you could do verse 3. One day this old change, treat people the same. Stop with the violence, down with the hate. One day we'll all be free and proud to be under the same sun, singing songs of freedom, like sometimes in my tears I drown. Verse 3 starts on line 18.
Yeah.
On the next page.
No, and, all things
Oh, this one.
as I said, we just don't get a chance to work through things, material.
One day this all will change, treat people the same. Stop with the violence, down with the hate. One day we'll all be free and proud to be under the same sun, sing songs of freedom. And then it goes to the chorus. So maybe, we haven't decided. Emily,
Well,
first verse, unless she backs out.
reason, however, I would.
You know, you mentioned your fourth verse, so great.
Yeah, I didn't back out.
But there are some kids that,
That feel too anxious.
so if she does it, it'll be great for her. It'll be great for me because, just like your music teacher,
Exactly.
we've got another singer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the reason I have this circled on the previous page, like this is where the choir comes in. So she'll sing this, choir, and the congregation will sing part of it, and then we have a little harmony, we'll rehearse the choir. So,
Okay. I'll listen to it. I've never heard this song. It doesn't bring, it doesn't come to mind.
it's,
When was it?
all of the young kids, so.
When did it come out?
I did it about 10 years ago with like a group of sixth graders.
Lunch tomorrow, okay.
Let's see,
I'm sure I can pull it up on Spotify or something.
well, this, let's see, IRAS.
I'm gonna be introducing, JD, he gets done at 12:30. I mean, I'm there for that.
Right.
And then, why don't we plan to, as you face the dining room, to pick a table down, go to the right,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
When you come out of the place where we get our food and sort of enter the dining area.
Well, as you
Well,
face,
look at this one.
before you go into the lobby, in other words, the tables toward, on the short end of the porch, toward the gazebo. Like if you came, like if you came, or the other way to say.
I'll send it, I'll
You came
find.
out of the hotel with your tray, go left,
Okay, okay.
like down those, cause there's a short end. And we'll just say, I might put my bag before I get my chair. Yeah, and just as we get our food, so we know what table is on. And we'll just tell people, if somebody comes up with,
He's
We'll
gonna
just say
take his.
we
sorry,
have
I'm
a,
unfriendly, but we're planning something.
yeah, exactly.
Does that work?
Sure, and people will like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay, so did you find it on
I'll send it.
Spotify? 'Cause
Well,
I,
I'd rather send you a copy.
If something comes up with the
If it
situation.
does,
Oh, okay.
I'll let
cause
you
it, I mean, I just,
know. I'll
That's
let you know
close
it's
enough, yeah.
likely,
Because you know how to
but,
work with the melody.
let's see,
yeah,
tomorrow.
what, it's called One Day.
One day, Madi,
It's
whatever his name
my
is.
intention that he's going to.
He might.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
Somebody said he was a rabbi.
yeah. Well, Dean knows a person in this organization, she belongs to, who learned that he had
And my-
cancer
my-
in his family.
Internet isn't working right now, so I gotta, I'll pull it up from something, but I'll get it from you, then we can listen and
Yeah.
Did
get it
he
down.
establish the date? This is what's going to happen. And it was with him. It's so quick.
no, well, it's hard to tell. I mean, I've tried to read up on it, once you stop dialysis, he's been on that
Yep.
for almost 2 years.
Yep.
It can be days, it
Yep.
can be,
Yep.
like the fact that they've arranged for his daughter to come from London next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Have you been on a journey with someone who has done that?
He's, yeah, he was my childhood sweetheart. And, he, I had a difficult time 6 years ago. I just started reaching out to old friends in general, because of something that happened that was disturbing to me. I thought, I became too isolated, and I gained a tremendous amount of weight, and I was just miserable. And I thought, Jeff, what happened, and I found his son on Facebook, and I said, what happened, are you, blah, 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 oh, yes, and he says, I've heard about you. Oh my God, what is, so we connected on email, and then I heard this story that I never knew. I was 14, we got together, and he was 17. My mother took him aside and told him to stay away. We were together for a year and a half. And said, I want you to stay away until you have proven yourself. And I never knew. I thought he left me.
Yeah.
I thought he walked away.
Yeah,
So we exchanged the story.
yeah, wow.
Oh,
What a story, what an incredible
All
story.
those years of not knowing.
Yeah.
yeah, and so we did. I mean, I was not in a good place.
Sure.
With Frank.
Yeah.
Frank is everything wonderful you see. And, we're good.
Yeah, yeah, but
And
people
I
are
was
people.
I went on a trip to Maine. I stayed away for almost, I mean, back and forth, and anyway, I'm sorry, it's just far too long.
Oh, no.
Are you gonna be there?
He's married. We almost each left and went off together. And, none of us could.
Mhm.
And his wife Frank is aware. and has his wife is not, she says, what she says is, Brian has been in this marriage from the very beginning. Because, you always talk about me, and I never knew that. I never knew.
Sure.
So she's,
Is she understanding?
no, not at all.
Yeah, that
No,
sounded,
no.
sounded that way.
And he can't, you know, he comes from a very dysfunctional, alcoholic, broken family,
Oh, boy.
everything, all those bad things.
Yeah. Oh,
And, which is why he was not headed to college. He did though, under my influence, he did go to college and had a great career in electronics and engineering. And, he did prove himself. I mean, I have this college ring that I sometimes wear.
wow. Wow.
But,
Oh.
you know what, when you have somebody who's such a part of your heart, and you find out they're leaving this life, that has got to be really
Yeah.
Boy, it's just, I am just so impressed with the depth of this and profound.
I mean, he's an old geezer now, you
Sure.
know, but to me, when we were in algebra class in my sophomore year, because I was young in high school, younger than everybody else, and he was a year ahead of me in his birthday came. So we're in the same algebra class, and I'm barely passing algebra, and he was a math whiz, and he's right there. It's like it was yesterday, and I never did this before. I looked at him and I saw this profile, and I had this feeling, oh, there you are. And I took my pencil, on my pencils, right? I flicked it on the floor purposely. He took the bait. Yeah. And he had a car.
Yeah.
You know what that meant in the 50s.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there's a wonderful part to this story on top of the fact that the depth of it and its, oh gosh, angst and
It's like a
sorrow.
a lot of pathos.
Yeah, right, exactly, yeah.
But it's not, and my brother knew, my one sibling, my brother knew him then. And,
The interwoven nature of the story here, I mean, this is just, one of those things, just incredible.
Or did you find out he had,
no, he doesn't, he has kidney failure.
oh, his kidney
Yeah.
failure.
Yeah, he's kidney failure. So once he goes off, and that is from, in my estimation, from medically, they're having missed the boat when he had a back injury some years ago, and they never really could do anything, had an infection. And he went a year and a half, like eating mountains of Advil type medicines, and developed kidney failure from it. And when 6 years ago, when we got together, he just right in the beginning, he had the fish, he was supposed to go on dialysis 6 years ago. And he was fine for 4 years, 4 years. So it's not quite 2 years that he's been on it, and he's gone down. He's lost weight, he has terrible pain. And
But he's choosing
He's
to
choosing.
terminate, and
He made this choice, and I can't make him change his mind.
sure, and he already had his last one
Friday, tomorrow.
tomorrow, okay.
at church, chapel, so no, I haven't got anything. Just trying to find it now. Trying to find, um, yeah, that buzzing is pretty loud. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna create a new document on my computer.
I could leave off that last bullet.
Let's see how long it is. Why don't we time some of this? I'm gonna take out St. Francis in the South, and I think put in, what I'd like to do is consider a couple of different songs. One could be, Heart is Wide Open, another one is, If I Had a Hammer, which people can sing along to. Or maybe both, maybe if I take out another poem. Did you send me that?
What?
Talk?
Did I?
I don't think you, did you send it to me? How did you send it?
Let's see, I haven't sent it here yet. I sent it from here, on Pages. No, maybe I didn't. I thought you looked at it.
I
You just
looked
read
at it on
it.
your computer, but I don't think
Okay, let me send it to you.
I don't think I got it.
What I sent, no, I incorporated into this file that, was on your computer, on your iPad.
Right, but I'm gonna try, because I can do more editing on my computer, I'm gonna edit, put the document together on my computer, and then I'm gonna airdrop it to my iPad. That's just so much easier,
Okay.
because I can do the editing really
Do
easily.
you want me to send this back to you again?
Yeah, if you could send
Just my part.
just that part, just that portion. If you can just airdrop it to me now. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is read it and let's time it.
Yeah.
And then we'll be able to know, just how much time it's gonna take. You're not gonna do the electromagnetic spectrum.
No, I can't do that.
Okay.
See how this goes. This thing up
Just
here.
wait 1 second. I'm gonna drop it in here, and then I'm gonna follow it, and I'm gonna put a timer on. I'm just gonna put a stopwatch on, and then we can figure out how long it is. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Go.
As a scientist, I remember that our understanding of natural processes is incomplete, and there's much room for so-called magical phenomena that remains ill understood. During this week, we've heard much about what inspires us, leaves us in awe, with no equations or standard deviations. Furthermore, our advance toward understanding nature is an infinite progression. Our incomplete understanding of nature leaves way for new vertical jumps in knowledge, even of those things we think we understand best. Each new result rests on the shoulders of those who came before. I should introduce this probably.
Well, I'm trying to.
From a poem that I wrote a few years ago. Feeling firmly rooted on giant shoulders, we survey just beyond the horizon. When shoulders shake, we follow nature's scarce signs into foreign lands, sampling joy, sorrow, failure, and success. Nature is not meaning, it is simply truth. We keep climbing, sinking, casting picks and nets, incessantly gathering, creating, destroying, our ears grounded and eyes soaring, ever hoping to perceive the truth. Our material selves and immaterial thoughts exist at different vibrational frequencies, from the most basic to the most sophisticated levels of organization. Kierkegaard's leap of faith, Einstein's happiest thought, the transcendence described by the Swamis that can bring us an embodied understanding that science and spirituality examine the same phenomena, prana, energy or breath, and all things that lie beyond the sensory experience. This realm is described in Hindu philosophy and in the Yoga Sutras as para, a state that can be accessed by ceremony and cultivated. I don't know that I want to read all this. It seems too dry, and
Just go on. and
material
finish.
science focuses on apara, the sensory world. If the soul, if consciousness does not have a physical correlate, can the scientist ever measure it? I believe the apara is not complete without para, and vice versa. What ties them together is the apurvata. Something unseen appears when a system becomes complete. When a soul when a body at some stage of its development. This concept is expressed in a poem by Tagore. Incense yearns to disappear in scent, scent to cling to incense. Melody seeks to fetter itself in rhythm while the rhythm flows back to melody. Idea seeks its body in form, form its freedom in the idea. The infinite seeks the touch of the finite its release in the infinite. What drama is this between creation and destruction? This ceaseless to and fro between idea and form. Bondage is striving after freedom, and freedom seeking rest in bondage. Being awake is the subject of this selection from Tagore's poem, Where the Mind is Without Fear, from his Nobel-winning collection, Gitanjali. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out of the depths of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father. Let my country awake.